Alrighty guys, welcome. Welcome. Big day on the charts today, massive day. Morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you to the few of you on stream right now. So big day ahead, obviously, with CPI to come very shortly. Well, that was yesterday. Very shortly for the Great British Pound, so the Bank of England. All right, forecast is to be less than the previous, so less than forecast is bad for a currency strength. So I mean, if CPI goes down, and obviously there's not much need, there will be no need to raise interest rates, and the Bank of England may do the opposite to the US, and may even consider at some point soon dropping rates, which obviously is bad for a currency strength. So we'll have to watch to see what comes of that shortly. We've got core CPI as well. So that, and year-on-year CPI. It's a big day, PPI as well. So obviously we've got about 23 minutes roughly until that. In the meantime, we will do the analysis, see what we can come up with. Gold's just made a really nice move. I was looking at on the 1 minute, so I don't know if anyone is in a gold trade, but had a pretty much a nice confirmation off the 1 minute time frame based off I was looking at entries below the support, the current daily candles below this level, which was just below the current daily candles low. Got the 1 minute tap in rejection and it's just melted. So hopefully some of you got involved in that. A nice little early start today, but nonetheless we'll move forward and we'll see what we can come up with on the charts for today's London session. In the meantime, guys, don't forget to hit likes, get those get likes out there so the guys know I'm on stream once again. Hope you like the thumbnail. Again, made it myself. It's just something a little bit different for today's proceedings with CPI to come. Without further ado, I will get underway analyzing GJ, obviously analyze gold again as well, and eventually GU and NAS. In the meantime, guys, if you have any questions, any charts, anything like that, feel free to send those in and I will get to those shortly. So let's start with GJ and looking at the weekly time frame. So once again, forming a strong bullish candle, still an inside bar candle. We've obviously not broken a low, nor have we broken the high of the previous candle, but just the strength of the current candle, the way it's forming. Once again, if I could almost just skip the other time frames, go down to the 30 minute. I looked at the 4 hours as well just to see certain levels, but knowing that likely what I'd be looking for are pullbacks within this candle to potentially bite back up. See what else though we've got on the other time frames to maybe consider otherwise. So on the daily, we are bullish in structure. Look at the rejection though. So this would suggest to me that maybe we're not continuing to see upside because we're at a very strong level of resistance on the daily time frame. Right, an upper wick. We're currently broken our own low for the daily time frame. Let's see what we've got below the previous daily candle's low. Seeing we did reject, we closed a pretty weak bullish candle. So we'll see what we've got below that level, knowing that we are at a very strong level of resistance on that time frame, daily time frame. So we are technically bullish in structure. Onto the 4 hour time frame, which remains bullish once again from this big impulse to the upside. But look at that rejection once again off the resistance. It's just a very strong level around that 192.50 roughly up to around that 193 flat. We're continuing to reject the previous candle, closing back bearish. Not much margin to the lows, obviously below the current daily candle's low, the previous daily candle's low, sorry. We've got some pretty clean traffic to the left hand side, so let's just mark that in. We're marking resistance at the highs, and we're also going to mark in a level of resistance. But we just rejected on the previous 4 hour candle, and then we'll see what we've got in the M30. So we are technically bullish, but we are once again respecting key levels on the 4 hour time frame. Now looking likely we could come back down towards that 191.80. Now onto a 30 minute time frame. Just adjust this cross a little bit. All right, incorporate the wicks. It's a tough one on GJ. I mean, where do you buy it at the moment? There is just no clean traffic, to be honest. It's a difficult one. as far as the bias. We are technically bullish in the M30 though, so therefore the bias is it's actually bullish. Got the 30-minute, 4-hour. It's bullish across the board. So, having said that, I'm still not sure at the moment where to buy from unless it comes back down to the lows of the 4-hour range, to be honest. I mean, it's tapping into this wick, which was towards the end of yesterday's session. So I suppose for buys, what I'd be looking for now, really, with the news to come, it could shake things up and it could potentially bring down to 190, 180. If bounce off that level, form a bit of structure, then I could look for my buys from lower down. That would definitely be an option, in my opinion, on GJ. Now, further buy options within the current level. Look, we are at a support and we do have resistance here to the left, which we did bounce off and act as support. So what I'm going to do is mark in a level just here, drag it across, look what it lines up with. So I think it's a pretty relevant level that price is tapping into. Once again, you could use the line chart if you're in doubt. I'm gonna just want to show you guys on when we go to NAS, just the importance of when you're not sure to using the line chart, because yesterday's level was absolutely spot on. Yep, so this taps in multiple times. So I use that level as a potential level that we're approaching right now. A price could bounce off and form a support for potential buys above. Doesn't mean I'm more that keen on selling it below. I would have rather been in sells from higher up. So what I would like to see is, once again, my signals within price action, a current level around that 192, also psychological round number. If we bounce off it in a form of support, that point there, I will be inclined to look for a potential buy option as long as it presents in the right fashion to do so. So buys above. Now, as for sells, so obviously within the current daily, we've traded upward and we've now broken our own low, approaching that support I've just marked in. Options for the sells would be if we pull back to create that lower high just now, then we're obviously looking to level where we potentially pull back to, or we've got this pause just here. That could be an option for us to pull back to that level there, grab some more orders, and then head back down towards the current daily candles low, create that lower high, and potentially we've got the volume momentum, create a lower low further down. So I'd probably look for sells below that level there, below that 19220 roughly, and further buy options above it, because it is actually quite clean above it. Made a pretty clean move down from mid Asian session. So I'm going to just put sells below that again, and potential buys above that little pause within the current daily candle. Now, as far as a pause candle play, I mean, would have been valid, but it's already made a move to the downside. So what I would have wanted to see was this candle pull back up, tap into the low of that bullish candle to trigger you into a sell, and then drop. But it's dropped to tap into that support, or almost tap in. So I'm not as keen on that type of scenario, because this, in my opinion, has already made the move. So a pullback, I'd rather look for it to retest the zone and look for my potential sell options from that point there. Today's GJ for today, guys. Sells obviously from below the resistance if price does pull back, only to reject. Yep, that would be it. So that should be buys. The only way I'd start considering sells below is support, really. If we consolidate just now, maybe hit that little pause like we had just there, we tap into it, start closing below it, then I may consider sell options. But for the time being, I'm going to worry about that. I'm going to stick to the current plan and wait for the news, wait to see what happens, and then we can reassess not long after, because the news could shake it up and it could really do anything in the meantime. So that's GJ, guys, and now we can move on to have a look at gold. So nice move on gold, and good to see it play out in accordance to the little 1 minute delayed entry. All right, moving forward, looking at gold now. So on the weekly, are forming a bullish candle. Still within high and low of the previous though, similar to GJ. But just the way we're forming, we are a fair bit of volume to the upside. Once again, would pullbacks on the minor time frames be met by a level of support where we head back up potentially. Daily showed signs of exhaustion again yesterday, so it's now starting to struggle a bit more at these current levels. Did close back a doji candle. We are still bit bullish in structure. Not a great deal of volume within the current daily candle. Let's go on to the 4 hour, see what we've got. So 4 hour is also still bullish. Look at that rejection from yesterday, right? Tapped in right into that level. I said it again, you guys who were here yesterday heard me say it. Just strong level. I know it's a massive zone, so I did try to tighten it up for aesthetic reasons, but I did have a level marked in with horizontal knowing it could reject, and it tapped right into it to reject it. So levels holding true. So we are bullish in structure, and we are near those highs. We are creating some high lows, but not creating any high highs just yet. So eventually it's going to break. Now, will it break to downside or upside? I have to go down to the 30 minutes to see what other options we might have, but I'm just going to draw in some levels just now. Once again, I will adjust it so it's not such a massive zone on the 4 hour. I'll adjust on the M30. Mark in support at the current daily candles low. Let's just mark the level in and see what we've got below that level. Running into another support though, by the looks of it, it's a very tricky level on gold right now. I'll see what I can do on the 30 minute, just to neaten that up a bit. So what I had was the charts I sent into the guys that I do coach. I had a level just here marked in, which we have just recently broken as a potential level to look for sellers to take it back down. So obviously price is broken. I'm just going to leave that in just to see what happens if we pull back to retest it just now. Going to remove this to the downside for the time being, so we're nowhere near it. To the upside, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to need it up to the most recent levels of resistance and worry about it if we begin to pop above that level. Now, M30 wise, we are technically now bullish by the looks of it. Right, a high, not yet broken that low or close below it. So it's bullish across the board yet again on gold, but there were options for a sell just then, obviously into some clean traffic. What we've done though within the current daily candle is we've formed a resistance, a minor resistance at this level just here. Just above that level, we do have some pretty clean traffic to the left. If price begins to break its own high, which is that level just there, I've just marked in the resistance on the M30, and what we're likely going to do is fill the range up towards that 2,394.50. So for me, that's exactly what I'd be looking for as far as buys for now, above that level there. Further buy options, then we are technically bullish. Look, potentially if we pop back above this support, but I don't think we're going to have the margin because it's a choppy area of traffic. However, if we pop back down to this support around at 23.70, only to bounce off it, knowing we're still technically going to be bullish, we're respecting the low of the previous daily candle. At that point there, I would look for my buy options as well from lower down. Playing the range at that point, lows of the 4 hour. So I'm just going to mark that in. Buys above. Now sells below the previous daily candles though. It is cleaner traffic. A lot cleaner traffic. Thank you for the sub. A lot cleaner traffic below that level on the M30. So on the 4 hour, it doesn't look like we've got much room. But when you're breaking it down to the M30, we actually do have some pretty clean traffic. So therefore, price does just melt into that range below it. Sells below, in my opinion, will be an option. Otherwise, right now, what would be nice if it makes a decent move to the downside, a clean move, doesn't leave long wicks, because then it makes it choppy, makes it more difficult to look for entries. But always go down to the 15 to see what's going on. I don't like that. Would have been better if that candle closed a strong candle and the next one closed a bullish candle, and then we would have had that minor support formed. Could have provided some potential selling points below the support. But now don't like the way it's left that wick. So really I want to see this 30-minute close strong bearish, and then maybe if we pull back to retest the level we've just broken, so remain below 23.80, form another resistance. At that point there, I'd be comfortable looking for some potential sell options. But I feel for the time being we just need to wait and see how gold reacts in the next, or just under 9 minutes till this candle closes. and then possibly another 30 minutes just to see where we're at, if we're closer to the or back above the support or rejecting resistance, or we're back down near that 4-hour support at 23.70. So I might put sells below, but again, just I need to wait. Will we get that little pause candle, which could give us the little interruption entry? That's something you need to wait for at the moment. Don't have it, but we'll see. So that is gold and GJ, guys. As far as a preference, now I'm just going to remove some of these zones for the time being. As far as a preference, well, probably gold for the time being. Seeing GJ, probably need to wait at least half an hour after the news to see what the direction is. And then you got to consider when London opens, it may filter in the news again, and price could move it, also a fair bit of volume. Let's quickly take a look at GU. So GU is a chart I seen to the guys that I coach. Where is it? Start again with GU. It's in a downtrend, and to be honest, GU is a bit different to some of the other pairs. I do say always have a plan for both directions, but it's in a massive downtrend right now. Weekly is lower high, lower low. I would still prefer to sell it. I'm not comfortable, if it were me, buying GU, to be honest. You don't yet really have any sort of signal with, even on the high time frame, to suggest that we're going to bounce. It closed back bearish yesterday. We begin to break low that previous candle. We are still out of support, but I got the feeling while we're in the downtrend, it makes sense that we will make a lower low and eventually break through that support to the left hand side. Even to the upside, there is no clean traffic unless you start popping above this level here, which I'm about to mark in. So what I would simply say on GU for today, I'll adjust that in 30 minutes. What have we got to the left? At a pretty tricky level, to be honest, guys. I'd want to blow that support. See if we can adjust it in 30 minutes. All right, what have we got on the 30? Is it clean? What is cleaner? Could be options then. It is a bit cleaner on the 30. All right, big zone. I'm just going to adjust that. So GU, what I'd be looking for personally is I'd rather just sell it and be patient with it. I feel the cleaner, safer buy options are going to be way above the level here, 124,990, so 125 flat, that psychological round number. The only way I consider buying in between is I wouldn't even buy it, to be honest, if it starts closing above 124.40, because it's in such an overall downtrend. You don't even have a 4-hour candle at this stage, closing back strong bullish. So to base that off, so what I prefer to see is in fact that. So if the candle, this for instance, this 4-hour candle, or perhaps the next one leading to pre-MY, closes a strong bullish candle, pop above this level, make a clean move up, then pull back to form a support, that is when I start to consider buy options and probably feel a little bit more comfortable about it. Aside from that, I'm looking where to sell it on a pullback below 124.40 roughly. I'll be looking for my sell options, further sell options below that low of the previous daily candle upon continuation. Obviously, you need to wait for the right confirmations, and depending where price comes from, if you're looking for an impulse or a closure blow, you guys know my preferences, normally a closure blow. Now, it is at a 4-hour support, so usually I'd be looking for potential options to buy it, but again, it's just in such an overall downtrend right now, finding it difficult to trust any buys because it could be met by just a shorter pullback, lower high, before eventually it turns back over in direction with the trend. So I'd be patient with it, to be honest, but it would make sense still. But if for me, that's just how I trade it today. So that's GJ, that is gold, and that is GU. We have 4 and a bit minutes left until the news, so I will chill out from the analysis for the time being, and I will do NAS. Just not long after the news, I'll do an update on NAS as well. Meantime, guys, hit the like button. Let others know I am here. Good morning to you, Mr. Tommy Jordan. Hope you're well, brother. Hansberg, good to see you again. Great British Pound CPI news coming. Will it create another downfall for GBP? It could. It definitely could. I mean, if it comes out as per the forecast, which is to be less than the previous. So if CPI comes out less, then there's not as much need to worry about keeping interest rates steady or to lift interest rates, obviously, because they may see it's coming under control, and therefore they may even consider cutting interest rates. Obviously, the rhetoric may turn towards that. So it obviously depends on what comes out of the governor, the Bank of England later on, as to what they say. And if it's deemed to be CPI inflation is starting to come under control, will be eventual interest rate cuts, which will therefore be a negative for the strength of the currency for the pound. So make of that what you will, but I don't guess what's going to come out the news. I'd rather wait for it to come out and see what happens with the charts and look for potential entries. And good morning to you, by the way. No, I don't. SL, yeah, it's not for me. Like I've said about some of the high impact US dollar news, if you want to, what I would suggest is open up a side account. Don't trade your live account and throw in whatever you're willing just to lose. Consider it like going to a casino. You could lose it in a minute and you could flip it in a minute. That's what I do. In all honesty, I would never ever trade it on a live account. Leon, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're enjoying that scalpers guide, which you won last Friday. Paras, gold seller buy. Well, for me, the moment it was a sell. I was in a small sell from here, so happened basically right when I started stream. Well, obviously I was in the waiting room. Well, you guys were in the waiting room at that point. But by all means, I'm looking for other trades. So it's been a good week so far. Yesterday was a nice win on GJ as well in the end. No other trades for me after the stream. So let's just watch GJ for the time being. There's no option for me on gold right now, so I'm just going to focus on GJ with just over a minute until news. Yogi Sin, if I pronounced the name right. What about CPI news, buy or sell? Yeah, for me again, not interested in predicting. I'd rather wait and see what happens, because if you go by the forecast, which is to come out less than the previous, which is deemed to be bad for a currency strength, then you'd be selling it. But what if it comes out greater than the forecast? Then the pound could really rip to the upside, so you best just to wait. Ian, good morning to you, my friend. Good to see you. Hush. Pound seller buy. Once again, wait for the news. Franco, good to see you, my friend. Hosi. Sorry, I'm not sure what language that is, to be honest. If you pull, yep, just on gold. So we've got 10 seconds left. Mishri, can you please explain what happens if CPI is positive? How it should go up, likely. Doesn't always have to though. Funny things have happened. So here we go. Wow. Well, has anyone actually got the result? Obviously, well, if anyone has a routers, whatever it is, description, you know the result, and it's possibly a good one for the pound. Look at that. So how do you know? If you were in buys, you would have got slipped. You'd probably still be in profits, but you probably got, if you had a buy stop above the previous counter high, you may not have been entered in until 20, 30 pips higher up. If you just press sell at the open, oh, your stop loss would have been slipped as well, so you would have had a massive drawdown. So that's the news, guys. That's why I don't trade it. I rather see what happens and then pick up the pieces later on. So it came out, there we go, came out actually greater than the forecast. Still less than the previous, but deemed to be positive for the strength of the pound, obviously meaning that it is not coming down in such a hurry, so therefore they're likely not to cut interest rates anytime soon, which is obviously deemed strong for a deemed good for a currency strength. So there you go, that's the pound. Did gold do anything? No. So it could be gold as our focus today. All right, nice. We got a pause. Really nice. We got that pause in gold, and we are on a level I'd like to get involved in again, another trade. So those of you who've been here regularly know exactly what I've been waiting for right now. In the next 13 minutes. Oh, let me just start the Zoom so I can annotate. I'll pop a link in soon. Just easier for me to explain. Alright, so what that means for me, guys, in the next 15 minutes, what I want to see is, by the time this candle closes, I want it to close pretty much like so, engulfing the low of the previous bullish candle, but quite significantly, because that point there, we've wiped out that pause, wiped out the buyers. Then what I'm going to be doing is placing a sell limit order back at the low of that bullish candle, because what I'm anticipating is the new candle is going to open up, trades up a wick, and what it normally does is it pulls back up towards the low of that pause candle, begins to reject. By the time it flips, you're in profit, you're securing against break even, and that is the game plan moving forward. If this happens in the next 12 and a bit minutes, it's just rejecting now. We just need to be patient with it. But at this stage, this is the first potential option we may have on gold today, on anything for that matter. All right, so look at GJ. It's rejected that resistance again, as has GU. So nothing on the pound for me just yet. Let me answer some more questions and I'll get on. I'll have a look at NAS. I just want to point out something from yesterday's stream, guys. And smoke might risky CPI goes up, not all down. Yeah, exactly. Leon B, it's the best book I ever won. Nice one. I'm assuming you've won a few books. It's again, it's taken me over a year to put it together. It's all from my personal experience of trading in what, 7 years or so. I'm glad you're enjoying it, my friend. Silver Fox, very small top wick. It's going to return on top. Yeah, potentially. All in one, it's positive for the pound. It is. So just need to wait and see on GJ. Got just over 10 minutes to wait on gold, so I will do the analysis on NAS. And what I wanted to bring up, guys, from yesterday's stream was this level. I mentioned on the 4-hour. When in doubt, look at the line chart. If you're not sure what's a significant level, we didn't really have much data to go off yesterday. Look at that level. It rejected it. We've just melted since below it again. So it just goes to show you, and you learn a lot from my streams, obviously. When you're in doubt, not sure where to mark in zones, especially after a clean move, as NAS had made, you're looking for potential zones of rejection. And use the line chart. Look for multiple tap-ins, at least 3 or 4 tap-ins. We had it once here, twice, I'd argue almost 3 times, 4 times, and it's rejected again, 5th time. So good to see it hold. And that level is going to be back in once I do the analysis, but it's going to be a little bit higher up now because above the resistance, which was yesterday's high, we definitely have some cleaner traffic at that point. And we have, I think, more margin before we hit more levels to the upside. So looking at the daily, again, in a different pullback phase, lower highs, lower lows on the daily candle already, forming a strong candle. This is weekly, sorry. Once again, by looking at this, what this is likely to mean for me, I will be looking for pullbacks under my time frames and looking to what levels they potentially could pull back to before I look for my sell option and take it back down. Guys, if we can, hit the like button while we've got quite a few on the stream. really, I want to open up this Discord. I want to get it all there for you guys, but you guys need to help me out because I need more viewers on stream. I'm not going to open up if I only got like 10 people in the Discord and that. So give me a hand, guys. I won't hop on about once we get more viewers on stream moving forward. All right, so weekly, strong bearish, hovering below support. Daily, structurally, we flip bearish. Yesterday's candle or pause. So that same sort of scenario is playing out in daily, potentially on NAS, but you need to wait for the daily to close. That's a long wait. As gold, I mean. So we pop below lower high, lower low to the previous candle. We are bearish in structure. Seeing we have that lower high, lower low, we really have no need to break our own high. So if we do so, we could head up, but I'm not going to bother marking anything in just now. Have some room to the downside on the daily. Look at the 4 hour. We have also some pretty clean traffic to the left hand side. I'm just going to mark in support below the current low. Marking at current level, and I will adjust it. I'll change that to gray. Change this to gray as well. And perfect. That resistance starting to pop back above that 4 hour level. That level from yesterday's high. So that is the zones, major zones on NAS. We know we're bearish. We're bearish across the board. EM30 is... Well, you could almost argue it's bullish, but it's about to flip bearish either way. I would still say it's bearish, in all honesty. It's in a massive downtrend right now. It's really flipped on its head from the last few weeks. So on NAS, obviously we've broken the previous daily candle's low just now. What I like to see is we've got some clean traffic to the left below it. It's come from these highs. So what I'd like to see is it pull back a little bit, create a bit of exhaustion, maybe consolidate, start to pop below that level there, which I'll mark in. So the lowest closure, or the lowest point of any bullish candle, sorry, is 17,650.93. So if price begins to pop below it and retest that level, then for me, I'd be looking for my sell options moving forward. Further sells obviously on a pullback, rejection of the current daily, previous daily candles high. I'll be looking for my sell options. Now, as for the buys, well, like I said, mentioned before, if we start to pop up that previous daily candle high, we've got clean traffic to the left. We do have a bit more margin than what we had yesterday. Got this level here to consider. So you would have the margin to take the buy option, I feel, up there. So buys above where I've been looking for, buys above the previous daily candle high. As for buys from this point here, we're broken on previous daily low. We have lower high, lower low. I don't trust it as much just now. Once again, I need to wait for a strong 4 hour candle closure. Meantime, it could make the move within it and retest those highs. And if that's to be the case, I just look for my sell option from higher up. I would not bother too much about the buys right now until it pops above that 1784.3 to be exact. That's just my opinion. So focus is definitely going to be on gold right now. In the next 5 and a bit minutes, it needs to pop down. Sean, g'day to you. We had 53 viewers on and everyone's just popped off. So maybe everyone's fishing for a trade at the news open, but that's reckless. The release of news. Sean, yeah, all good, man. Yeah, been a good day, been productive. Quite a lot of work done. So managed to hit the gym, destroyed the back and biceps today. Switched over to push and pull separate days. I don't know if I like it much. I prefer to do a bit of both, push and pull, and obviously legs in between. So I found I was pretty gassed by the time I got to the last few sets on the back, to be honest. So, I mean, aside from that, I'll go over a little gold entry. Look at that, just here. So we got the closure. It would close just above, which didn't give me the confidence. Seeing it was coming from consolidation didn't really give me the confidence to look for the sell upon impulse. So what I wanted to do was see the candle close below in 1 minute, a pull back to retest, then enter as it broke the low, and it just pretty much melted. So that was a really nice, easy trade in the end. Had absolutely no drawdown. Well, I had like half a pip or something. That was it. So it's good that the 1 minute delayed entry is working well. I've seen it work quite well the last few weeks. Paid attention to it, executing upon it, and yeah, working a treat. Fair play. Did he? Yeah, got a small entry. Looking for another entry though in the next 3 minutes potentially. So what I'll do is, guys, I'll pop a link into the chat for the Zoom call. Now, how this works to anyone who's new on the stream, I drop the link in good faith that you're not going to be a dick, and if you are, just boot you, and I can ban you from the stream as well. So behave. And also, the other condition is you have to watch the YouTube stream on at least one device. Just turn the volume down or something. I don't want to lose everyone to sort of Zoom and have no one on YouTube. Channel will not grow that way, so pop a link in. Alright, so 2 minutes left, and this thing needs to pretty much close near its low. Has to significantly engulf that bullish candle, not by a pip or two. I'd like it to be about 7 to 10 pips roughly on gold, because there's more volume. About 6 at the moment. Make sure I want gold on my MetaTrader. 5.3 is the low on my broker. On that bullish candle. Stop loss is okay. I need to wait just over a minute. Sure, we'll do Zoom at some point. I look better and feeling better. No, it's all good, man. No dramas. Don't stress it. All right, so let's see. Is it going to close strong enough? I mean, you could take a sell off the rip as well, guys, because if it closes engulfing, again, you've broken a support. You do have pretty clean traffic to the left. I want it to pop down a little bit more. Yeah, doesn't look likely. Let's see. Ooh, not quite enough, I don't think. Hold on. 5 pips. Not really enough on gold. The option could be on the rip as it breaks low of the previous candle. Seeing it as an engulfing candle. Do have some pretty clean traffic to the left. Feel if it breaks the 30-minute low, then it could come down. They're your options right now, guys. Oh, press the wrong button. Went to press open calc, which turns on my magic keys, basically. All right, so I think the best option right now is probably below the previous candle's low. What is that? 7? All right, so I think a little sell option, you've got two chances here. You got one just there on the pullback to tap into that bullish candle's low. Stop loss just above the high. And the other one is on the rip. I may take just a small entry on the pullback. So 53. If I want to break the low of the previous candle low, if it does, then I'm going to sit it out. There you go. So that could be the option now if anyone's in it. Oof, look at that. Wow. Is anyone in a gold sell? That just sank. Yeah, I would suggest getting in. It's not suggest getting in if you're not. I mean, I'd suggest maybe securing something. You should have probably secured something. Are you in? No, I'm not in. I was looking for the pullback. Seeing a read to a trade, I would rather get in with a little bit more margin. I just didn't get triggered in. So I'm going to remove that order just now. So close, but not quite. Yeah, well done, Franco. I gave options for you guys. Hopefully a few others got involved. Sean was not sure. Rather not take chances. I'm not sure I have a good feeling about. All good. That's by all means, that makes sense. Yeah, nice move. So the other option, like I mentioned, was below the 30-minute low. Wow. Why did my run against me? Yeah. All part of it. All part of it. All good. Got taken out on the runner earlier and it's since melted, but it is what it is. 1% profit, nice one. Only have 3.5% pass. Don't want to repeat Monday. And don't do anything stupid, man. We've had this conversation a million times already, and Monday must have been a real stinker because I know you were very close to passing it before that, so don't know why happened Monday, man. Don't go chasing. Whatever you do, guys, you take a loss, accept it. Accept it. I don't go jumping straight back in. I have a plan. If it makes sense, I'll look for a re-entry. If it doesn't, I just chill. Tomorrow will be likely to be a better day, which it was. I mean, later on was a better day. It just happens. Part of it. If you can't accept the loss, you never be a trader. Never. I'm sorry to break it to you guys, but I'm not being harsh with you, Sean. It's reality. You need to be able to accept a loss, like you accept a win. Yeah, you don't celebrate the wins. Yeah, you feel good for a minute or so. It's just part of the job. So are losses. It's always part of the job. Accept it. Oh man, action probably within a pip of triggering me in. Just I think it was a bit more than that, about a pip and a half or so. When did I analyze NAS? Got to check. All right, so gold, GJ, sorry. This is all right. This is good. Last thing I wanted for it was to leave a long wick. So that makes it more tricky trading than that. But now the 30-minute looks better. The 15 is a bit tricky, but 30-minute, we've got a strong counter closure and we're back at that resistance. So it might mean we need to wait a little bit to see what goes on. And it could be maybe a little bit into London session, we might get an opportunity. But at least it's at a level right now we can look for potential options. Gold, on the other hand, popping back up. Man, it literally pulled back to take my runner out and then just melted. All part of it. Close to 50% only, so not a big win, but no, nonetheless still a win's a win. Sean, yeah, if I just control myself, I would have passed Tuesday. I know you're 100% right. There you go, brother. Thing is, and again, I'm not trying to be harsh, you know it, but you still do it, and you're not the only one. I used to do it back in the day. A lot of guys have done it, and ladies. A lot of traders have done it. I don't feel the ladies do it as often because I think they control their emotions a little bit more than what a lot of the guy traders do. Franco, not bad, was 2 minute trade. That's lovely. Same as mine, was less than that. Mine was literally a minute. It was one of those ones, popped down, was triggered in, had about 4 or 5 pips on the table, came back to entry, then it just sank, it shut the bed, started to shit the bed again, and I literally had like 15-20 pips on the table in like a minute, less than a minute. Sean, there you go. Gold is pulling back now. That entry you wanted to get in, no, that's too late for that. Like I said, that I wanted to trigger you in to see, look at this, it's making a different pullback now. I want it to happen at the open of the candle, pull back, tag you in, then melt. I don't trust it as much after it's already created that low. It's, first of all, it's created a high, then it's popped down to create a lower low. So if it was to continue bearish, and what it should do is just exactly this. It should just end up closing a strong bearish candle. Has no need to pull back up and break its own high again. Now it's done so, there's a good chance it could close a bullish candle, and then the following candle may do this, create the higher high, higher low, all of a sudden we're back above this support. So to me, it's not what I want to see just now, and my stop loss would have been close to being taken out, because had I taken the entry earlier, stop loss would have been above that previous bearish candle. That's where I had it. It was like 26 pips or something. So it's not valid. Not anyway from what I've back tested. That's hence why I removed the order once I wasn't triggered in. $45 viewers, 21 likes. I'll tell you what, guys. When I the first stream I get up to 50 likes, there'll be another giveaway. How's that sound? It could be today. Who knows? Most of my streams so far have had more likes than live viewers. So. Alright, so gold could now potentially consolidate. I'd rather it come back down to support. And the reason why it might not be coming back down is because we are in an uptrend. So it could now just come back to create a higher low. This is the origin of this swing. We could be now forming a support potentially and popping back up. Weighted numbers aren't clear. Give you sell buy. Can you give us the sell buy price? Adjust the quality of the stream on your whatever you're viewing me on. Should be a little cogwheel, which is the settings at the bottom corner of your screen somewhere, bottom right corner, and adjust the settings. And for me, right now there's nothing. I gave multiple options for a gold sell. So right now, personally, I'm just waiting. Taken one trade for a very quick scalp on gold. Nice win. Bought a few just here, a few options. I know Franco took it. I hope a few others took it. So well done. Neo-T, glad to see you back. Congratulations in the channel. Thank you. Glad to have you on stream. It's going well. I'm enjoying it. So this is good. At least we're now creating a nice clean move. So now I want to see another 30 minutes of data and see where we're at London Open. Now will London Open filter through the news and continue to push price to the upside? Potentially. But if we reject, it could be options because we are at 4-hour level. So let's see. If the open candle just pops straight up, no low wick, there'll be chances to even sell it with a stop loss above the range in anticipation. It's going to pull back to create a low wick by that point there. Safely at break even and considering securing profit. So again, seeing right at level, I start to think, my mind starts to go a little bit into overdrive. What do I need to see now? I'd rather sell it from this level, but it needs to be really good because knowing that news came out good, London Open, it could just rocket ship again and end up doing the same thing. If that's the case, maybe there's going to be buy options above 19250. But it's been one hell of a push, so I want to see a bit of exhaustion prior to it. Shouldn't put called gold sales. I did call it. GJ, considering that's alright. Might break the zone. It could well do. I want to see exhaustion, so I want it to break it now within the first 15 minutes and actually close above, and then perhaps we get that minor pause on the next M15. Closing the M30, still a strong bullish candle above the resistance here. And perhaps we could then look for entries. The issue is we've got more resistance at that point. Probably should just drag it up. Franco GU is looking better for a buy. Yeah. Worked out in the 5 minute. Yeah, sort of. I'd look for rejection now on GU. Or the other option, clean move up, pull back, support. Wait for like a 4 hours close back. Bullish. Morning to you, Steve. Hope you're well. Alrighty guys, the deal is 50 likes and I will do another giveaway. I think 26 right now. The man's giving me a free education. Calling trades. Calling more trades than I used to in the old stream, that's for sure. A hell of a lot more. So it's pushing. See, this is where the pause candle comes into, maybe comes into play. But obviously I need to see at some point a candle closing back bearish. I'm not as keen on the 5 minute. It can give you the option. We've got one just there, but look what's happened. Way too far above it. But in this instance, when we're trending, let's just say it doesn't close any higher than this. Up through this zone to the left hand side. And if the following candle closes back, not like so, that's bullish. If it closes back, perhaps a weak bearish candle like so, and it's being engulfed on the first 15 minute by the first 15-minute candle at London Open. Then I'm looking to set and buy limit back at the high of the bearish candle, the pause candle. So that potentially could come into effect, but we need to wait. So that's just me planning, anticipating, looking for, planning to what I potentially want to see at this level. Give myself some options, so I can be, you know, best prepared. Sean, all good, brother. Let's look at EJ. All right, EJ also at a pretty nice level. Support from yesterday, still quite relevant. Long liquidity grab wick to downside in previous candle. This candle has done what I would say 80+% of candles would do. Once you've had a candle close like so in a previous, it's likely just going to pop up with very little to no lower wick. That a resistance now though, previous support could act as a resistance. What I want to see on EJ is closure above, maybe a candle closing back bearish, maybe a bit of consolidation above that previous support, and then look for continuation buys at that point. If it rejects, then possibilities for sells. EU bouncing off support. EU is same as GU, to be honest. Obviously not as much volume right now because just had news for the pound. But this is from yesterday. What I do is drag that up. Still nothing to give me a confidence to buy EU at all. So I'd rather look for sells. It's been just in a massive downtrend. All right, GJ still pushing. So that 4 hour zone to the upside now comes into place. I'm going to draw it back in. I want to see how I react to that level next. Could be some options higher up. Thank you for the sub. 31 likes, 19 more likes, guys, and I will do a giveaway. So when I see it forming as is, the issue is running to 4-hour levels. We've got current level approaching around that 192.70 to 80. Above that, we've got another level, which just below at 193 flat. So what I'm looking for, as bullish as it is, could we reject? So I don't want to buy it into that resistance. I don't necessarily feel great buying it after it's pushed, albeit off the back of news. So far, 60 odd pips. By that time, it will push more than 70 pips by the time it hits that level. So again, I'm looking to see what I could potentially do for maybe a sell option from the highs. Daily still respecting the high of that previous candle. We still are at that very strong level on the daily. So could we reject yet again? Possibly. Alright guys, I'll be back in one moment. Alrighty guys, Hans Merck, are you looking for selling GJ? Potentially, but obviously I want to wait for London Open. So we've got these wicks to the left. It's a massive zone that we're approaching on the 4-hour and the daily, obviously. So yes, I could potentially look for a sell. Gold pulling back still. Quick moves on gold today. It makes a move and pulls right back. So you need to be really quick with your management. That's why I recommend using an toolkit, EA toolkit, just to help manage the trade, get in and out quicker. Just under 19 minutes left, 18 and a half roughly. Let's just watch GJ move that. Oh, good, Sean. Josh, good to see you. Tony, how are you, my friend? Definitely is off the back of CPI, so it came out less than the forecast, which is obviously good for, or it came out, sorry, not less, greater than forecast, which is good for currency strength. So Bank of England may not be in such a hurry to cut rates anytime soon, so obviously that's good for the strength of currency. How many likes we got? 36. We need 14 more and it'll be another giveaway. I haven't even thought of a question, to be honest, but I'll make something up. I think those who remember me from the other stream and have been here for the last few weeks, especially after that first week, I think it was, where it was just charts were terrible. Definitely be calling a lot more trades, making more, calling more options these days. There's more entry types that I've back tested, put to use, and working well. Sheriff, good morning to you, my friend. Hope you're well, brother. Or for what? Gold, please. Yeah, gold gave sell options, was in a sell earlier. Based on a little bit of a 1 minute pullback to retest that zone after it broke. Gave options for a sell either on a pullback to that lower wick, which only did so after making a move down, or on the rip as it broke the previous 15-minute candle, which made the move. Right now on gold, to be honest, it's becoming a little bit trickier because these wicks and what you've got is support in the 15-minute. So what I'd probably prefer to see is for it to make some clean moves yet again. And what I'd like for it to do is either pop back above 23.80, that support, because seeing we have broken it and we have created within the daily candle, lower high, lower low, within the micro trend, sorry, the M30, we should really have no need to pull back and break that previous support. It should act as resistance, should hold as resistance, and we can potentially head back down. It's not going to be easy taking a sell option back down. Thank you for the sub, by the way. Reason being is because that 15-minute support. So what I prefer for it to do, if I had the option, but again, you can't choose, you just have to wait to see how candles close, for it to pop back above that level, break above the support, close above it, and there could be buys from that 23.80. Otherwise, the other option for me would be let it create a clean move down, cut through the 15-minute support, see how it reacts to the 4-hour support for potential buys. And that is probably the best way to play gold personally right now. Thank you for the sub. So good to see the views are up 62. Thank you. The deal is 10 more likes. I've got 40 and I'll be doing a giveaway. And Josh, how are you, my friend?
Good morning, mate. How are you?
All good.
Good, man.
How's the morning been?
It's not too bad. It's just coming up to like almost 8 o'clock, so the sun is shining, so that's a good start.
That's it. That helps. It's actually not. Yeah, it's a bit all over the shop here today. Bit of sun, bit of rain. That's Melbourne.
Yeah, well, we had some like shitty weather for the past few days, but it's been a bit of mixture. But spring is pretty much here, to be honest.
Yeah, lucky for you.
Yeah, but there's a little bit unfortunate circumstances with like Dubai. That's been happening over there.
Dubai?
Yeah, do you not see the news about Dubai?
I'm ignorant to it. No, I have no idea what's going on.
Dubai is completely flooded.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Shawnee's mic is really low. Really?
It's my mic. Yeah. Sorry. I don't really speak very loudly, but I can try. But
no, I wasn't aware, man.
Dubai's completely flooded, and it's really bad.
Oh, really? No, I don't know. All I know of is stabbings and all that crap in bloody shopping centers here. It's ridiculous. crazy world right now.
Well, all like the lower areas of like their vehicles and stuff is completely damaged.
Oh wow, no, I had no idea, to be honest.
And Copenhagen's stock market just was on fire. Was it yesterday? I think it was like yesterday. So that was really bad as well.
Wow, interesting. I had no idea.
Nah, I saw the reports on CNN yesterday, and kind of a little bit this morning as well.
Okay, well I watch Bloomberg, believe it or not. Yes, it sounds like a, you know, it sounds very exciting, doesn't it? But I like to keep abreast of what's happening in the economies around the world, and I didn't hear anything of it. To be honest, I'm surprised that he mentioned it.
Really?
Yeah, may have, but I wasn't paying attention. I'm not sure. Yeah. Wayne's is flooded. Okay, and you're in the UAE. All right. Off what? US oil? Oof. I don't like trading it, to be honest, because you get these gaps from the opens. We usually get daily open because it closes for a certain amount of time a day. Oh man, really? Actually, you know what? I'll quickly do it. Weekly bearish, lower high, lower low. Previous, it is a weak bearish candle. 9 more likes, guys, and I'll do a giveaway. So make sure you hit like button. Choppy trash on the daily. It's really choppy at the moment. It is bullish in structure. It needs to looks like it needs to break the support though. 84.08 for it to maybe start moving again to the downside. To the upside, obviously above highs. 87.60. Onto the 4 hour. Make it this. It's bearish in structure. It's at a support, meaning I'd probably rather look for buys at this stage. If we're me, you've got the 2 higher time frame. Well, you got weekly bearish, got daily bullish. CM30 up to. Actually, let me go back. Like in resistance, what's the 30-minute up to? Yeah, no, I see why I dragged that up. All right, so 30 minutes also bearish. I'd rather, from where it's at, I'd rather buy it, but all right, so what you've got resistance at support. It's 4 hour support. If price was to continue bullish, then it should break resistance. If it's to continue bearish, it has no need to break resistance and should head back down, potentially create a lower low. You can now almost adjust this because you got some clean traffic below the current low. So I'd be playing a range. What I'd say is if we break the resistance formed at the daily candle's high, no, it's below it. But if you break the resistance formed within the current daily candle, what we're likely going to do is fill the range up towards that 85.36. So I'd be putting buys above that level there. Will not be bothered within the current level. It's just not enough margins, very choppy. And I'd be looking for sells below current daily low upon continuation. That point there. Do have some pretty clean traffic to the left on the M30. Bear in mind though, it is into a 4 hour zone, so be careful with management. I would get to break even quickly and then let it ride and just see how it goes, because it could potentially come back down to 84.20. I'll probably drag it up to 84.34. As just quick simple analysis on gold, oil, sorry. Let's focus, guys. GJ, what's gold up to? Gold could be giving you that bullish engulfing.
I've been on the buys with gold from that lower wick.
Yep.
So not too bad of a grab already.
Nice one. Well, it's breaking resistance in the M15 as well. So you got a few ticks right here on gold. What's the issue going to be, guys? Likely to be stop loss. See where the candle closes. So I'm not discounting gold buys, but it could just make the move right now.
Potentially.
Potentially. Bhaskar, hello from India. Hello to you from Melbourne, Australia. Good to have you on stream. All for what? Love from Tamil Nadu. Thank you, my friend. Like, good to have you here. You're from Bhaskar's from Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh. I hope I'm pronouncing all this right. Telugu. Okay. Wayne, been trading yesterday and today as we have work from home here in Dubai. Rains have stopped today, but the flood funny, hasn't cleared yet. Will take time on it. So this is gold's making a move just now. All right, not a problem. Good thing is that we're cutting through this zone, so we've up through it to the downside. We're likely now cutting through it to the upside. So once this candle closes, then you remove this zone, and what you could do is really you can drag it up to most recent resistance and see how price reacts to that. If we reject, we could look for sells from higher up because we're still creating lower highs, lower lows within the daily candle. So that could be the next option. So I'm going to just leave it where it was initially, and then I'll adjust it afterwards. Because the issue with buys this rate, if it closes near where it is just now, there is no margin. It may even just tap in and make the move just now, tap into that resistance. Lufa, if I'm pronouncing right. Hello from Johannesburg, nice one. Got people from all around here today, which is good. Sean, for the person that was saying about oil, this is what I'm thinking. Going to maybe try it on demo. Yeah, do it on demo, brother. Don't do anything stupid on your funded account. Break trend line for you, then drop to lower time frame to take position, or can just jump in on a break trend line or for sell. Yeah, okay. Thank you for the sub. Not sure about just jumping in. Make sure what I would suggest is do your own analysis. See, this trend line lines up with support either way. So that's why I don't use trend lines. Yeah, I understand them, and you know, occasionally I might drop one in just to add confluence, but you just see they line up with levels, support, resistance. So you're basically saying break at support, retest of it, and then entry, which is what I'd probably be looking at. That's off the 4 hour. But thank you, mate, for your chart. Gold ripping. All right. It's going to be very risky trying to sell GJ. It's definitely...
You're not looking for like a buy for like GU or GJ, because it could potentially go for the daily highs.
Yeah, potentially. It's at a very strong level though. It's at this whole level is resistance.
Okay.
You can keep dragging it up, to be honest. It is very hard to sell into such volume. It is, by all means, it is. So likely what I'll need to wait for is that little bit of support, maybe an EM15 and a closure on the 30-minute back bearish, back below the resistance, and then I could be more comfortable in the fact that we may reject. The very impulsive entry still could play out though. But the risk of that being is that London Open, this candle had basically no low wick. London Open could just do this, rip up and continue ripping because of the news. So that entry is going to be really high risk today, really high risk. I've taken only one loss on it out of about, in all honesty, I've only traded it like 5 or 6 times. I've only taken one loss on it, but this is a little bit different because it's off the back of news. I'm not as comfortable with taking that impulse entry against such a strong bullish candle.
It's kind of like wait to see what happens after the market opens. Then it might be an opportunity after the first 5 minutes, potentially.
Maybe. I'm not... for the buys, I'd rather just let it rip. But yeah, for the sells, just have to wait and see. Sassy Kuma, hello to you. Sassy from Dubai, nice one. Good to have you. All for what? I'd be waiting for closures. Yeah, so for me right now, because that wick's almost tapped into the level I would be securing at had I looked for a buy. So now it's a matter of looking for it from, in my opinion, like I mentioned before, in 3 and a bit minutes, which is just under 4 minutes, if this candle closes as is, I'm just going to shift this zone to that resistance and see how price reacts to it. And look for potential sells once I get the right confirmation to do so. don't like the wick because within this candle, it's made the move. So yes, it doesn't mean like it still could again bounce off this support and head back up, but we could reject as well. So I'd rather see what happens to once price taps in at 23.82 roughly, and then look for possibilities. Could we potentially go buy above that on closures potentially? Because again, it's a resistance. If we start closing above about 23.82.50, we may get options to buy it, but not going to be as much margin. Definitely for me, the better buys is still above 23.87 roughly. First time seeing me live, nice one. Tomorrow, should we buy or sell? Right now, I'm just holding. Just holding. If you know anything, just wait. There isn't always an option. You need to once again analyze, as the title says, A.C.T. Forex, analyze, confirm, trade. That's what you need to do. Just analyze, wait patiently for price to get to the levels that you want to get involved in a trade. Wait for the right confirmation. As soon as you get that, it's time to execute your trades. So
how was your weekend, Justin?
busy, man. Just yeah, with the family stuff. So very busy, but managed to hit the gym, which is good. And destroyed the legs, and I'm still feeling it today. Actually, no, legs was Monday. But
How was it?
yeah, I'm in agony. Had a good workout this today as well. How about you?
Yeah, it's not been too bad. Apart from I just had my tenancy notice with my landlord, so I got to start looking for a new place to live.
Okay.
Very unpredictable timing, unfortunately.
Sometimes you can't help it though, can you, brother? It's just
No, absolutely not.
so we just got over a minute till London Open. Let's see how we go. Euro CPI is coming in 2 hours from. Oh, really? I didn't even pay attention to that. Yeah, you're right. So, anyone trading Euro pairs? Sean, double confirmation. Oh, yeah, for breaking the trend line and closure below support. So Sakuma, no worries. Ben Chamberlain, there is the man. Mr. 2IC. How are you, brother? Hope you're well.
Managed to take some gold trades on Friday before the market finished, and I actually ended up in a really nice profit. So, it was quite good.
That's good to hear.
It was quite unprecedented because I didn't expect it was actually going to be like ripping up to the highs at the time.
Yep.
I'll have to look at the first entry I took on that day. It was around.
All right. Sorry, man. We just got the open, so sorry to cut you off, but I'm just. Yeah, so nothing for me right now. The open, we're at that resistance. We've popped down, so even if I wanted to take that impulsive sell, it requires no low wick. It requires this candle just to pop straight up, sell it in anticipation. It's going to reject at some level to the left hand side, then just simply market execute a sell. And so far it's obviously done the opposite. It's popped down, so as soon as it does that, there's no entry. So that's all good. So now just need to wait. We are so far rejecting, but could we flip? I'm not interested in buys because you're buying into resistance, so I'd rather just simply wait. No need to force anything. You just reassess, wait for candles to print. Gold closed, yeah, so made the move based on that one candle. So now I want to see how price reacts to 23.82, and if we do reject it, there could be possible sell entries. If we start to pop above it, then maybe so it could be a buy option, but we need to wait for the time being.
I'm looking for it to still rip up to the upper side where the buys above Sonas. Then I'm going to exit. Yeah.
I think gold is it definitely could come up to that point, but The dailies create some lower highs, lower lows within the candle itself, I mean, on the M30 time frame.
Yeah.
So I want it to actually start flipping that, and closures above 23.8250 will start to suggest to me that maybe it's going to pull back up and pop above 23.87 roughly.
Yeah.
Ben, all good, nice one. Well, for what? Man, I've already done it. I don't know if you... Ooh, nice bulb. There you go. There you go. Limit order. I would have... And it's easier said than done afterwards. Thank you for the sub. But I would have looked for that limit order 100% because it closed significantly enough above. Now, if you got a 5-minute tap in, not within that previous candle, definitely I would have considered looking for a limit order back of that zone. It's a nice strong closure above. Nice volume in that previous candle. Pull back, tap into a previous level of resistance and bounce off it with the volume. That's what it's done. Should be in it either there, or you could have been in it as it broke the high. Similar options to what I gave on gold before on the sell. You'd be happily in profit right now.
That's if the person actually monitored the trade. If the person didn't and got distracted, then you missed the trade.
Oh, that's just how it goes, isn't it? That's trading.
Yeah.
Can remove some of this. Actually, I'm gonna now go down to the line chart again. I want to see what level I can mark in here on the 30-minute, or a level that price could potentially pull back to the form of support to buy it. We've got, all right, so this is a good start. Got 1, 2, drag it across. Basically 3. It's a 30-minute zone, so I'm not as strict with it. It doesn't need to tap in 4 or 5 times like what I want to see in a 4-hour. Where else have we got some zones? We'll just draw it in on the line chart first. Another zone just there. We'll drag that across. That could be the one. Has tapped in on more occasions. Let's now go back to the calendar chart to see. Alright, gonna leave the top one in. And what I'm gonna say is now, GJ, could be options to sell from these levels if it presents. Need to see, what I'd like to see now is a nice closure on the 30-minute back bearish. So really what would be perfect, and again, doesn't always happen, but good to plan ahead, is if this 15-minute closes pretty much like so, followed by the next 15, maybe closing like so, a weak bullish candle. So within the 30-minute candle, we've got those two 15-minute candles. Should change that to red. Let me. So within that, try this again. Within that 30-minute candle, you've got two 15-minute candles, and it's going to equate to this in the M30. M30 will look somewhat like so. Still a relatively decent strength candle to the downside. Then what your entry will be is, as the new candle opens up in your M30, it's a bit of an upper wick, begins to break that weak bullish pause, the weak support is what I'm looking for. Form that resistance. As soon as it begins to break that weak bullish candle's low, you got lower high, lower low in the M30. So you got counter probabilities in that time frame, and that's your entry. That is your potential entry. That's what I'd be looking at. But again, just need to wait. Nick, welcome. Good afternoon to you. So 76 people on the live. Good to see the numbers going up. I need 6 more likes and I will be dropping another giveaway. I'll be doing another giveaway. 6 more likes, guys.
Just want to mention something for people that are commenting buy or sell, guys. You need to wait, because if you're only going to come on here just to take a trade, you know, then you're not really appreciating people's hard work.
Yeah, you just need to chill, guys. This is true, but it's all part of it, man. We got the likes up. All right, I'll be doing a giveaway. It's all good, guys. But you need to stick around. Not necessarily doing it right now. But no, you're right. The people obviously coming on, they're looking for some trades left, right, and center. but it's all good. What I suggest is what Josh said. Do your own analysis and that, and just wait. Simply wait for there is not always an entry. It's not like I can just, all right, let's buy GJ for the sake of it. No, fuck it. There's no such thing. Plan ahead, analyze. Where do you want to get involved? I know this is a level I want to try to sell it from. Not interested in buying it. Strengths to the upside, but that's too far gone. I should have been well before that had I been a buy, and I didn't have the right confirmation to do so. It's now waiting for my sell option. I've just gone through a potential confirmation for me to sell. That's what I'm waiting for just now. If I get that confirmation, I could be in sells on the next M30. This is just me. As candles print, I reassess. Simple. That's what you do. That's what you guys should be doing as well. Wayne, true. Yep, look and learn. You're correct. If you can fish for yourself, you're going to be in a much better position moving forward. What's happening with Euro? Nothing. So it's at the zone, it's pumped as well, but I'd rather sell it. I don't trust any buys. Go on, man. What were you saying?
Sorry.
No, you go ahead.
I was just saying that it's waiting for news, I think.
Could be CPI.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could well be doing so. But the Euros, it's been a big downtrend, and I don't have anything really give me confidence to suggest otherwise. There still has room to downside in a higher time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, even the 4 hour, it's bouncing off a level, but thank you for the sub. But for me, to be honest, there is no confirmation yet to buy it. I'd rather just wait for the pullbacks to sell it. Simple.
Yeah, I think that's probably a better option.
I think so. So GJ, I'm waiting for my potential sell option. Gold is rejecting that zone. Would like to see similar on gold. So we'll see, there could be options. We need to wait, really still need to wait 20 odd minutes for this candle to close. Hansberg, yeah, I think you could be providing potential sells soon. Car? Sorry, can we still enter? There is no entry on GJ. I'm waiting for a potential sell, waiting for this candle to close, the 30-minute candle. I've mentioned about 5 minutes ago what I want to see. I want 15, this one to close strong bearish, followed by a weak pause, so a weak bullish candle closure, creating a minor support in the next 10-15. Still going to close the 30-minute bearish at resistance, and then my entry will come as it creates a lower high, lower low on the next 30-minute candle. That's what I am currently looking at. Sorry, guys. Oh, to be doing a giveaway probably within half an hour, I'd say, guys. Sorry, guys.
You gotta do what you gotta do, mate. Don't worry about it.
That's it.
I'm just reading the comments at the moment. I know there's some people on here that are new, and we appreciate your welcoming. But if it is your first time trading, and for example, like I just mentioned earlier about taking entries of buys or sells, the best thing to do is just learn. Just sit down, relax, wait for a confirmation, and then we'll take the trade together. There's no need to rush. We've got to get this idea that the market is going to open throughout the whole timeline, that we are alive and we're going to be able to take a trade whenever the confirmation comes to us. We got to stay a feet, like a first place away from the institutions and the market makers, all the banks and all that stuff, because they're the ones that are going to be making all these movements, and we got to stay second place. So with people rushing and wanting to jump into trades and all this stuff, the first thing I want to ask, and this is kind of like a rhetorical question, are you focusing on your emotions? Are you focusing on your plan, your journaling on your trades? Because if you're not, why are you trading? Why are you doing all this in the first place?
That's a good point.
It comes to all these things, and as a trader, we've probably done this our timeline before, where we all rush into try and get into trades, and in the end it just backfires us. But are you learning? Are you studying? Are you back testing? All this stuff. Because if you're not, then you're jeopardizing yourself in the long term. You're jeopardizing your money.
Yeah, you can't rush into it.
No, absolutely not. So for the people on here that are rushing or wanting to jump into trades, just sit back, put your hands on your feet or whatever, and just wait. Be patient. It will come.
That's
promise.
It. There's plenty of opportunities. I mean, I've given out a few opportunities. There could be an opportunity in just over 15 and a bit minutes on GJ. We just need to wait. So in the meantime, Geek News, good to see you. You've seen an EU chart. So EU, for me, it's very bearish. It's bearish across the board. You're looking for a pullback to what time frame is this? I have no idea what you're on here. If it's a 30-minute, hourly, whatever it is, 15-minute. So you're looking for a pullback to this level here. I'm assuming it's a gap that you're looking to be filled for a potential buy option. I can understand it, but for me, my focus on EU is, why wouldn't you consider selling at the current level? Especially if you get similar confirmation as to what I mentioned on GJ and gold. So this candle can close weak bullish candle, then off the rip on the new candle. For me, there could be an option to potentially sell it if this candle closes weak bullish and the next candle begins to break low. It's at a level of resistance, respecting the current daily candle's high. We've broken it, but we've pulled back below the resistance form that level. I'd rather be looking for my sell options. The trend is bearish across the board on EU. Therefore, at this stage, I'd rather stick to it. Don't have any really confirmation on the higher time frames that it will continue up. However, what you said makes more sense if I was to look for any buy and let it pull back to create a higher low, form a little bit of structure lower down, and then potentially you can buy it. Potentially. But for me, my focus would be on the sells, personally. 55 likes. So guys, I did say we get more than 50, I will do a giveaway. So we've got the 15-minute on GJ. I need this candle to close weak bullish. We could be in some sells on the next candle. If it continues to rip, what can you do? You just reassess the closure of the next candle and go again, plan ahead. Alrighty guys, I don't even know what the question is. I'm just gonna off the top of my head. All right, and then you have to wait until I complete the actual question before you can answer. The winner will get, again, PDF version of my course, and it is, I feel it's gold. It's taken me a long time to put together. unfortunately, being a PDF, it does not include the video content, and I'm not giving out that for nothing. It's just taken me too long. The guys who I coach in that deserve some sort of reward. So, so the question is, hands on your keypad or on your phone or whatever, just take it off something else. Don't go there. Everything above board, guys. Here we go. What does, drumroll, what does CPI stand for? First in wins the manual. CPI. Come on, guys.
There you go.
Yeah, Josh, you're on the Zoom, brother. You got to do it on the YouTube.
That's all right. I'll let somebody win on YouTube.
You gotta be on YouTube for it, man. That's just how it works.
Nah, I know.
That's just how it works. But on my screen, and I think he's a very well-deserved winner. A mate from obviously previous group, known him for a while, from behind the scenes, obviously never met personally, but congratulations to Mr. Tony Lyons. Well done. I'll be saying that to you soon, man. But what I suggest is send me an email or send me your email on Discord, and obviously the way to contact each other, where we usually contact each other. So yeah, send me an email and I will, or send me your email, sorry, and I'll send it to you. Never typed so fast in your life. Nice one, brother. I'm glad you won it. A terrific close second. And Steve's already got it anyway. Full with the video content. Yeah, so you guys are alright, obviously. A lot of people had to Google it. Some of our friends maybe do have to, because they're not from probably the, you know, don't speak maybe as good English and are newer to the stream and maybe aren't aware of what it means, and that's fine. I understand that. I was all about that when I started. I had no idea what any of it was. I had no idea what NFT was. NFP, not FT. I still don't know really what NFTs are. NFP, FOMC, I had no idea what that meant. But in time you learn. All right, what's happening? GJ, so it's still melting. Need some sort of support to form. Don't even have it on a 5 minute. I need a pullback at some sort. And again, the level is correct. Rejecting a level I anticipated it could potentially reject doesn't mean I can just sell. I need a confirmation. The issue is it's just melting with, it's making a move similar to gold on the previous candle, how it made the move within that candle for the buy. So I'm not interested in buying it on the current London Open candle. Same thing is sort of happening now on GJ to the downside. It's making a move all in one to the downside. So it means we may need to again just reassess, chill, wait. So next goal, guys, if throughout the week we can get up to 100 likes, there'll be another giveaway. Otherwise 500 subs is the next time. I might do something a little different as well. Yeah, everyone, congrats. That's it. Chris currency, well, on GJ right now. Was in a gold sell early, very early. Secured nice profits and it came back to my entry, and then I gave an option for another sell, which some took, and they were able to secure profits, and then came back to their entry, and now we're patiently waiting. You still in your gold buy, are you, Josh?
Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Nice one. What's your stop loss at? Are you trailing it or are you?
It's currently at break even right now.
Okay. So you assuming you've secured something or?
Yeah, just again like 90% as usual, and then 10% running. Just the same
Nice one.
usual.
Good work. Sherwin, I think, brother, maybe you had your stream on delay. Maybe you've gone slightly behind the live. It's probably not on live. Unfortunately, a little bit late, my friend, but good effort. Steve, just excited to hear the answer. Why I stomped you a few times, haven't I? Simple one. It's probably that's the easiest one because it was just a spur of the moment thing. I had no intention of doing a giveaway today, so I had to think off the top of my head, what can I do without googling it as well. So Sean, GJ Cell, okay. 605, break even now. Nice one. So you took some profit, you based off 15, that's fine. If that confirmation suffice is sufficient enough for you, then by all means. Silent, that clean traffic doesn't work for gold anymore, be careful. What clean traffic?
I think he means from the current, sorry, not the current, the previous Braymare candle.
Sorry, which one?
I think he means the previous candle that was the buy.
Here.
Push. Been traced back, maybe.
Possibly, I'm not sure. But this candle made the move within it, so that's why for me there's no buy above. DZ007. Right now, there's nothing. Once again, sells earlier. I was in a sell, others were in a sell earlier. Right now, it's nothing. You just need to wait for it to set up again. Also currently in a buy at a buy signal and has secure profits. Right now, I need to wait for it to pop back to support to see how it reacts to it for a potential buy. Otherwise, it's now rejecting, so it's rejecting a little bit lower down from that resistance. So right now, it's kind of, if you were to remove that, what we can see right now is it's right in the middle between the daily high and the 4-hour support. So difficult trading it because there's not really any margin. I mean, to the downside, you're running into support, you're running straight into this support. It looks okay on the 15, but on 30, it could easily reject that bullish candle's low. And it's not going to be much margin in that. And it still has 5 and a bit minutes left. It could continue to push in the meantime. So right now, I think it needs to make a move, clean move. And then we look to see if can we get involved in a sell from higher up or a buy from lower down. Again, it's just you reassess after candles print. You have an idea of what you want to look for at certain levels. If it happens, you might get your entry. If not, you just, again, wait for the candles to close and reassess. Plan again. We're always adapting to the market conditions. As candles print, we change what we want to see. But the levels generally will always remain the same for that session until they're burst through or broken or whatever it is. And then we can reassess again. Like I've done so on gold. I originally had this level in, but we burst through it to the downside and back above it. So to me, it's not as important right now. It's just not a tradable level. GJ was, but it's made the move without my right confirmation. Didn't have any support to look for a sell below it. We've just got one now on the 5-minute, but the move's already come and gone. I'm not getting in as it breaks zone low with 4 minutes left. Now, you could potentially do so next 30. There is no margin. It's made the move. For me, there is absolutely no margin to take that sell. It is approaching level, could bounce off. So once again, the next potential option GJ now could be a buy from 192.40. Really good to see the numbers getting up there. 79 of you. Thank you. Just done a giveaway.
Currently up to like 84, it says on the screen.
Nice one. If you have not subbed, make sure to do so. We are a growing community. I think a lot of you know me from a previous stream. Yes, I'm on my own. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Sure, I should have made my stop loss tighter on GJ, but still making profits. So happy, and I took it from women chart. Okay, yeah, just as long as it was within your plan and you're not just adjusting to force your way in. Make sure. When I took a gold trade earlier and I said I used the 1 minute, how many times have you heard me talk about of late that delayed breakout based off the 1 minute? Plenty of times. So it wasn't forced, it was calculated entry. I was looking for that pullback, wanted the closure on the 1 minute below. Prior to that, we had a nice strong closure just above the support, but I wasn't trusting it just yet. Reason being is because it's coming from consolidation, and it wasn't that much volume in the candle prior to it. So I wanted it to actually start close below, pull back, candle closing back bullish, expecting that zone, and then the entry has begun to break it, break the low. So if you could tell me you had some confluences, then I can understand it. Sorry guys, I don't know what that noise was. I'm out, GJ now. Hit break even. It's alright as long as you weren't greedy. Geek news. Do you buy confirmation? Morningstar 5 minute. Well, Morningstar is a good confirmation to enter morning and evening star patterns, but yeah, up to you, my friend.
I would still be careful because we still got the Euro CPI coming in the next half an hour.
Yep, I'd be careful of it too. Why is it not showing here? Well, you got CPI. It says no. It says an hour and a half. Are you sure it's? You're on financial juice, yeah?
I'm not on anything. I obviously no.
All right. Yeah, it's actually in an hour and a half, I think. Financial juice is the one we should be using anyway. We'll start to use it. I keep forgetting.
There was another one that I...
Yeah, CPI at 10 AM for those of you in London. Sorry, mate.
I said I was using another website. I can't remember what it was called.
There's FX Street's not a bad one, but I find Financial Juice is the best.
Yeah.
Financial Juice. Often Forex Factory lags. You'll see something go crazy and there's no schedule news and doesn't show up till like 20 minutes later or something. Yeah, so for me, Geek News, I'd be cognizant of the fact that there is news to come. What this could be, and let's see what is the forecast for CPI. So it's actual. So it's forecast is to be sorry, not actual. Forecast is to be the same as the previous. So therefore, don't know if it's going to do all that much, to be honest. I would deem that to be a good thing for currency strength. So maybe the euro will pop up. But it's in such a strong downtrend, I would still think I'd be looking for sells upon rejection. You've now got probably a 15-minute support. You do, so if you now close below it, I'd look for the sell. Or if you close very close to the low, I'd be looking for the sell option, lower high, lower low on the M30. Very similar to gold towards the start of the stream. That could be a sell option. GJ's closed. So yeah, there's no margin below low. For me, there's no limit order. I wouldn't know where to place it.
Sorry.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Look at gold. Wow. So that popped back up. Yeah, gold's becoming a little bit tricky. We'll see. Nearly 100, bro. Yeah, that's it. That's where we want to get it to, over 100. I mean, I want to get it to up to 500 and that eventually, and we'll just keep going. Gold spot, scalping levels, please. Scalping levels, well, potential first point, in my opinion, for a buy is going to be above 23.82.36, above the most recent resistance form prior to the previous candle. So this drop, like I said before, if, like I mentioned, within a daily candle, we are forming lower highs, lower lows. Let's look at the daily again. So daily, previous closed bearish. We're obviously trading within the high and low of the previous. Not a great deal of volume just yet, but within it, we're forming lower highs, lower lows. So as long as that holds, so therefore, if we pull back and tap into that level, we should respect it. If we begin to pop above it, then likely what we're going to do is retest towards the high of current daily candle, 23.8690 roughly, and we start popping above that, clean traffic to the left, there is an option, I feel, for it to come up to 23.95. But first potential option for me on gold now is buys above 23.82,360. The way it's pulling up just now, I feel the sells are going to be a little bit sorry, that should be buys. The sells could be a little bit tricky because it's going to be very choppy traffic, especially when you go down to the 15. Good thing is the 15's formed a bit of support, so I mean, this is close bearish engulfing. We've got the 30-minute issue. It's just a tricky area, in all honesty. Silent. GJ might do the move after the new 4-hour candle, like yesterday. I noticed a lot of volume coming in after the new 4-hour candle. Yep, you mentioned that last week as well about new 4-hour. I see it happen regularly. But the new 4-hour. So the, what is it, 11 to 10 a.m. candle? Once that opens, it tends to have a fair bit of volume in the first 15 or so minutes, and then it might settle down a bit, come and start to move again closer to NY. So yeah, it could, but look at that, the rejection again. Sean, yeah, my GJ had a few conferences. I got to work. All good, man. Well done. Silent. Gold is better traded off intraday. 1 hour and 4 hour has many fake outs on low fake timeframes. Yeah, I can understand what you mean. That's why if gold, I'm trying to get in and out quickly. I don't let it, I don't hold and in anticipation going to make him, you know, hit a home run every time. I'd rather just get in, get my, you know, 10, 20, 30 pips and just get to break even and have a realistic target and accept a lot of times it's going to hit you at break even. It's going to hit you run, take your runner out. DZ, EU, do I sell? I mean, you can do what you want, but I'd rather sell it, but I'd rather wait for this count to be raised. So I want the next count to close strong bearish, if not bearish engulfing, and then sell it on the following candle. It closes very strong bearish, and I'll be looking for a limit order sell low of the bullish candle. So it could be a few options. I don't know what it is, guys. It could be the thumbnail. That's why I'm getting more views though. How's the thumbnail? I did it myself. If anyone needs a thumbnail for their stream, drop me a message. I love it, man. I enjoy it. It's fun putting them together.
It helps, doesn't it?
Yeah, catchy thumbnail. I think it does help a bit, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. How about you, Josh? You waiting on anything in particular, or just holding until you got by?
I'm just doing that trade, so I'm literally just putting my hands up. I'm just not gonna do anything else at the moment.
Fair enough.
Because there's no point jumping into anything else right now, and with that one trade, that's still more than enough right now.
That's it. No need to be greedy.
No, absolutely not.
I agree 100%. Sai? Shivam? I just joined. Are you gonna sell, brother? I'm in nothing right now. I had gold sells earlier, and that's it. I've secured profits. I'm waiting for maybe a potential option to arise, but at this stage there isn't really much. Just concerned by his 30-minute 15 excuse me. 1 second. I mean, 15 looks alright if this closes bearish engulfing, because then you're back below the support. But when you're looking at a 30, you've got very little margin. If it does close below the support, you got 16 pips. I don't feel that's enough, in all honesty. Take your trade on gold. I'd rather wider margin. Reason being is because you got wider stop losses, and it could just make the move now, which is fine. So yeah, I just need to wait. Shrivant, do you work with session liquidity, brother? As in, do I trade around high volume times? Or are you talking about liquidities in price moving to a zone to grab liquidity and reject? But if you're talking about session times, yes. Pre-session into session open. Usually just London, but I will dabble sometimes with Asian session. It's usually Wednesday, Thursdays, my time. And New York, if when I do the update video, if a setup is about to play out, I will wait for it. Otherwise, I don't bother. Silent, I stopped trading GJ intraday, but you got me back to trading her only for scalps in and out like the old days. Nice one. Yeah, I feel it's best as well, to be honest. JJ is another one. For a lot of time, it's range bound, consolidates, and it just rips. I mean, this is the back end news, but you get some very strong candles, and sometimes you don't really get the right confirmation to take any sort of entry. Yeah, so for me, there's just no volume, no margin, DJ. Bit tough right now, to be honest. GU also dropping. Once again, there's no support. For me, I feel more comfortable, especially after a rip to the upside like that, a lot of volume in this bullish candle. I'd feel more comfortable if within this 30-minute candle at some point we form support, even if it had to be on the 5-minute, just some sort of pullback. And knowing we're triggering some more buyers, and if we start to pop below it, we're wiping those buyers out. The sell is still in control, and we're likely going to continue down further. It doesn't mean it can't continue down, but I mean, measure that candle against this candle. It may not, it may reject at any point. There's still a lot of volume obviously about, so it could, buyers could come back in. I feel more comfortable if it breaks support, because if it does break support, it's likely heading down. If it respects support, it's likely heading up. It's simple, it's logic. It just makes me more comfortable in the entry. I don't have it on gold, sorry, on DU. Don't really have it on GJ other than one 5-minute candle, but the issue is there's no margin to support. Gold, we've got it. Thank you for the sub, but the issue is the 30-minute. You've got very little margin to support in the 30-minute. And it is in an uptrend. It's technically bullish across the board. So right now, in my opinion, you just need to chill and wait for price to get to a point of entry. For me, that is, it pulls down a little bit more on gold, like so, and then rejects, pops back up to reject 23.82. I could look to sell it, or if it begins to pop back above that level, then I will look for a potential buy. Otherwise, buys from lower down. And the only way I'd probably contemplate a sell in between without it reaching 23.82 or or higher, I suppose. The only way I contemplate a sell is if we start to get this happening, a good old interruption. So if we start to melt, maybe like so, then within it we have one little cheeky bullish candle popping in, and it's erased by the previous. That's wrong color. And it's erased by the next one, sorry, like so. Then I'll look for a sell limit order at all of the bullish candle. Sell limit, stop loss above whatever the high is, or the swing point, or the entry candle, catalyst candle, whatever it is. Not the entry candle, the catalyst candle. I look to enter as it taps back in anticipation will continue down to that support. That's something else I can keep an eye on. So there are options, but right now for me it's just nothing. Really, gold pivot point, hold this on 2381.5. Maybe wait to our close, wait hourly close to buy 2381.5. Yeah, I'm looking for a little bit higher up. But again, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm right. It's just what works for me. So I respect your opinion and I wish you luck. Shrivant, right? If you set up 4 balls into the session, it works like an extra confirmation, but you don't just trade based on session liquidity. Yeah, exactly. I don't just randomly look, all right, we're London Open. All right, I've got a low wick, so it means we're going to pop up, create an upper wick, buy it. Unless, I mean, I will if it's out of zone. But yeah, you're right. I don't just have to be involved in trade because the liquidity, it still has to meet the requirements. It still has to be at the right level, and it has to have the right confirmation. As Medicine, good day to you. Geek Newspaper, the green handle is... I'm not too sure what you mean by that, to be honest. I understand that English is not your first language, so it's all good. Is the best confirmation, golfing candle or another? There's many different ones. I like the engulfing candle. The reason means because it wipes out, let's just say an engulfing sell, you're wiping out, where is EU? Or an engulfing buy, for instance. If this candle closes bullish engulfing, it's wiping out the sellers at resistance, at a previous level of resistance. So if we are to continue bearish, we really should not close back above it, let alone that previous candle's high, and that would give me more confidence. Still want to be comfortable with buying it into this in such a downtrend that it's been in. So yes, engulfing is a strong confirmation. Breaks of support and resistance on the minor time frame at certain levels is also a confirmation. Different candle formations, there are plenty. It's all in my little scalpers manual, my course. If anyone is interested, the link's down below, contact me and I'll tell you what the deal is. Drift, yesterday I got gold buys at 2376.89, 10 pips, but there were better buys at 2365.72. Buys I got just about made 14 pips before going down. Should I have waited for the buys? 23.65. So you got in, so yesterday you got in at 23.76.89. I'm assuming somewhere around here. And then you said,
sorry man, it looks like it's that indecision candle on that, where that sell below line is. Maybe
this one, that's a little bit lower down, 23. The second entry, yeah, but the second entry is somewhere around here, 2365.72. 2365.72. Yeah, I'm not sure what that's based off.
maybe 5 minute.
Yeah, honestly, I don't see it, man. You sure you got the levels right? Because there's no closures at that level. I mean, you're entering above a candle or whatever. If you're looking for a buy, things a little bit higher up, unless it's off the 1 minute. But and sorry, man. Just quickly to answer that. No, you shouldn't have waited. As long as you have the right confirmation to buy at that level that you took the first entry, 2376.89. If your analysis was for a potential entry zone at that point there, and you took the entry based off what you had, you know, ticked off, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I'm assuming it's somewhere around here. It just is what it is. It's like I could have said the same thing before. Entry here. It made the move, but maybe there was a better entry on the following. I don't know. I mean, you can always go through back through every trade or whatever and say maybe there was a better entry here or there, which there's nothing wrong with doing. But as long as you tick the box, man. Send on until. Oh, okay. I'll have a look at it later. Christopher, hi everybody. Hello to you. Silent goal rejected off the 50 MA. If it breaks previous high, we're going up. Okay. You're talking about previous candles high? Christopher, let's make it happen. Yeah, it's been a good day. Sorry, man. Go on.
I can still see it pushing up.
Gold?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it pushing up because it's in an overall uptrend as well.
But it's not because I'm still in the trade, but it's because it just seems to be that there isn't much selling volume is going to contain that push. It just kind of made that low with the current 30-minute candle, and that could have been a liquidity grab for the upside.
Potentially. I think it definitely could be, but I want it to get above that level. Sharif, so this was from yesterday. I think I mentioned it in my update. This level, let it consolidate, let it start to close above it. So I feel it's a pretty solid entry. And if you waited for that and you took entry based off that, so was there a closure above it? If there was, I think you did pretty well, man. Just is what it is. It's not. They're not all going to be big wins.
You can't predict what the market's going to do. You only can predict your bias. And, you know, if your bias was what you was going to trade, then that should always matter. At the end of the day, the market's going to do its own way, whether you like it or not. And sometimes you have to accept that and just stay second place.
Yeah, true. Always going to give you the right confirmation, but it looks like there you may have got it, so I think you did well. Steve, more into you. Gold nearly flip on a 4 hour. Yep. So really it has no need to pull back and break its own high if it was to continue bearish, seeing it has lower high, lower low. It's just that this resistance now, so I want it to pop above. And if it closes significantly above, then I may even look for a limit buy back at the high of that bearish candle and pause. As long as it doesn't fly just now, because that's the move again, it's making within the current candle, if that is to be the case. Steve, 90 pip stop loss? Not if I look for a limit order. It'd be about 30 something, 40. Oh, you're talking about the 4 hours. Sorry, man. My bad. Sharif, took in a 1 minute for a trader play. Oh, okay. So you did similar to what I did today. Yeah, I think it's a little bit. I don't know if I wouldn't have done it in this case if it was this candle that you entered on, because the previous candle was pretty strong bearish and it closed obviously back below. This was a 15-minute level I marked in on stream. So yeah, I mean, well done in securing, but for me, it wouldn't have been valid entry. You would have had to have had the candle prior to your entry close instead of like that, well within the blue zone, and then following candle, maybe look at that 1 minute type of scenario. But if that is to be the case, just a simple breakout is likely to be good enough as long as you get the lower wick. It's an impulse entry, it's not technically a breakout. But...
Oh man, I am banking already. That's mad.
Yeah, it's pushing. I just need to wait 7 bit minutes and see. So yeah, if anything, it could be cold. GJ is just, it's a write-off right now because I want to see how it reacts to support. Thank you for all the subs, guys. Appreciate it. Once again, I'll be testing out the Discord shortly and I'll be opening up. Yeah, so make sure to sub and make sure to follow me on all the different social media outlets so you're up to date with what's going on. I post charts quite regularly into Twitter X, so you should give me a follow on that. Sent in.
For the people, sorry mate, for the people that are asking for buys, please can you just wait for entry confirmations?
That's all.
This is not a buy or sell channel. This is a analysis channel.
Yeah, it's for education. You do get trades though. You do get trades, but only when I see fit. When I've analyzed and it ticks the box, I will call it. Call trades on gold today. Call trades all this week. So yeah, but just be patient. Just be patient. That's all you need to do.
What you could do if you're monitoring the trade, just mark a line on 2382, and if you see if the candle is going to be like still upside around maybe 9 o'clock, you could potentially take a buy, but don't risk like full margin just for that one trade.
No, you never exactly.
Like a feeler trade, if you want to go for like, I don't know, a 1% trade. Just don't go too crazy if you want to take a buy, but don't buy now just because it's going upside or just because I'm already in the trade. You need to follow your own trades and your own analysis. Yeah, you guys do your own due diligence. If it ticks the box, by all means, just like I said, I will call it if I see fit. Solid, nice one. Took gold bows. AJ. Again, it's what we're talking about. Ben, I know. I was actually going to message you, man. Say, do you by any chance happen to have a brother and he's in a chat, or a cousin or something? Ben, Justin's Twitter is great, guys, compared to all the influencers. Yeah, that's it. I don't show off. I don't flex. I don't say, look at this trade I took today, whatever. It's all about education and analysis. I post educational shorts and that sometimes through there as well. So yeah, so again, all links are down below. Give me a follow and all. There we go. Maybe it's a long lost relative. Maybe you guys are related. Mohan, first time here. Nice to have you. Working and finding videos about trading method. Thanks. Well, I have done some educational content. I'll have a look at the shorts. I mean, I've not to go through it all. I mean, it's all my course, to be honest, and that would take me forever. But there's an intro video on the YouTube channel. Otherwise, have a watch of some of the shorts. I'll be dropping more shorts in the future, probably soon. Also, I mean, the best way to learn is watching on stream, obviously. Aside from that, have a watch of any of the videos that say trade recap. All the trade recap videos have a lot of content within it. So far there's 3
I've only been streaming for 3 weeks, so have a look at the videos and have a look at the trade recaps, and you'll learn quite a lot from those 3 trades. You're in golf, 50 pips stop loss. I'm waiting for this closure. Chamberlain's taking over. My long lost broski. You might have to ask your parents, Ben, what's going on? Are they not selling you something? He does live in England. Got upside levels. Upside levels, I would say 2386. I don't want to leave this long wick to the upside, because then it could just be rejecting yet again. If we close below this blue zone, it's not a catalyst. I want to close above and significantly above. Let me just open my terminal. What time frame is it? 30 minute. All right. So I'm going to remove this zone. I had it removed before. Want a nice strong closure above. And then I might look for a limit buy. It has to close above. If it closes below, I'm not interested.
Under 60 seconds, we have got the Euro CPI. So anyone that's in Euro USD or anything like that, be careful.
No, it's in an hour, brother.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it on the Forex Street that is at 9?
No, it says on Financial Juice and Forex Factory.
Okay.
Watch this close right. Oh, okay. Could be options to buy on the rip. That's the other option, guys. So it may be too far fetched to look for the limit order back at the high of that bearish candle. This candle's closing strong. There may be options on the rip. Candle, I'm not expecting a new candle to make much, if any, of a low wick. Stop loss is an issue.
What about 2381?
What's that?
What about 2381 as a stop loss?
It's a tough one. It's got no low wick, which is a ripe old pain. At the 5-minute close, look, there's an option above. You've got the 5-minute closure above. You've had a 5-minute tap in. I would feel more comfortable with that pullback though. I would definitely feel more. It's the open of the hourly, but it could just rip. So if you are taking an entry, I would be taking a very small entry. And that's your option. What is it? This is your option just now. Just above that previous candle's high, so you'd probably be in it. I'd have to stop loss probably just below the open of the previous candle. And your target is this level here. And I'm getting to break even. because it's pushed without the upper wick. So I'm a little bit fearful it could drop. I have like 6.5, 7 pips on the table. And this is one of those ones you have to be quick because it's all about the closure of the new candle, guys. That's why I say monitor the highs. I'm barely in. I'm up by 3 pips or so. So we'll see. Probably going to get taken out break even. Silent got 20 pips. Nice one. So that would be the target in my opinion. Let's see. Still in it. Wow, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go, indeed.
I've closed half.
Nice.
Closed half. It was about right on 9. I'm at break even. And that's it. So nicely done. There we go. It's tapped into the 10. So
Yeah, I'm gonna close my trade. I've just claimed about 90 pips on my trade.
nice one. I've closed half. I've got another run to go. Hopefully this one is the one that makes a decent move, but doesn't necessarily have to. But I'd definitely be at break even if nothing else. So that's a W. It's hard sometimes to call it on the fly, guys, because it's about where this candle closes and it's up to you to be ready as well. But there it goes. Gold buys. Anyone else take it? I know a lot of you were in earlier, but anyone actually take this entry?
So for the people that asked for buy or sells, you had the opportunity, and if you missed out, you missed out.
Exactly. You need to be on the ball. Can't execute it for you. No, you guys need to. You're in control of your own destiny. So it's moving. I'll close a little bit more at 11. Still got 25% running. So there we go. Good work.
Looks like it's gonna rip again.
Wow. Here we go. Anyone actually take it? Break even ready? Nice one. Ben, cheers. Hansberg? Yeah. Steve, gonna be a good trade. Everyone just watch out for the new fallout. Yep, that's good. Whip back and tag you out potentially. But I mean, it's also out of resistance. This should be gray, not blue. Potentially it could pull back. It doesn't have to, but yeah, there is a good chance that it could. You're looking at levels to the left, and obviously it's approaching 4-hour level, so that is definitely a level where it could reject. So do be at break even. I'm still running like 15 pips on the table, so it came so close to take me out break even. So nice work. Any W's for the chat?
Definitely need those W's.
That's it. Alright, what's GJ up to anyway? So GJ's pulling up, okay. This is becoming difficult. Really difficult. Because now there's no clean traffic. In all honesty, on GJ right now, I'd rather it pop back up and see how it reacts. If it rejects again, I'd be looking for the same shit. I'd be looking for the sell. Silent trendline breakouts have been working for me. I'm trying new proven concepts from a girl trade. Okay. Well, like I said, I'm coaching a lady who is unbelievable in her journey, how far she's come. I do think lady traders are really good. They have more patience generally than the men, not as aggressive. They often sit quietly in the background. I know that's what this particular lady does. Observe and then wait for their time. So yeah. What time we got? 9:30. All right, so let's reassess. Let's do some quick analysis. All right, so that's gold. Now let's see what we want to come up with moving forward. All right, so we've broken out. Let me quickly explain why that didn't need a low wick. Runner's about to be taken out. Reason being is because, okay, this is the closure in the 30-minute. Thank you for the sub. The closure is here. That's the closure of the M30. We've got a few catalysts here. 1, 30-minute close above that resistance. I'm not concerned by these bullish candle wicks. I'm executing based off the 30-minute time frame. Bullish candles represent support. They form support. So I'm more concerned about the wicks than the bearish candles. They're the ones that form and confirm resistance. Now, that's we add 1 tick, closure above. Now within that candle itself, so obviously we've had the closure above. We've had a candle closing back bearish, tapping into that level that I marked in, but we still close the M30 above. Doesn't matter what sequence it occurs in. It could be the second last, third last. It can be the first candle. Doesn't really make a difference. As long as within the catalyst 30-minute candle, which closed above, you've got at least 1 candle closing back bearish in the 5-minute, tapping into that level. What is likely to happen is the new candle, it's already retested that zone within the previous. So if that is the case, it doesn't always necessarily come back down to create the low wick. Sometimes it'll create a small low wick, but it doesn't necessarily have to tap into that previous level because it's already done that within the previous candle. And then it just begins to rip, breaks the highs of the catalyst candle. And that is your confirmation. As long as you got that within on the 5-minute time frame within your catalyst candle, that is why I took that entry. So yeah, I'm out now. The runner's been taken out. But it was a nice quick entry, and that's how they've gone on gold. The trade I took earlier was the same thing. It was literally 1 minute. I was in and out, took profit, and then took my runner out. This time it lasted a little bit longer, not much longer. Steve, going to be a good trade. Everyone just watch out. Yep, yeah, read that. DZ, buy at 23.84, 572 for 23.91. 23.84. Not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure why that level, to be honest. Look what it's tapped into. It's tapping into the 4-hour resistance and it's rejecting it just now, so I'd be struggling to find buys currently. I think you just need to let it do its thing again. So in all honesty, I'd rather it pop up, see how it reacts, reject, look for sells. This is the last thing I'd want for buys. I'd want this candle to close strong bullish, then for the 4-hour to create slow wick within it, form support where it could have formed support above the previous resistance to the left, and then look for buys from lower down. But if it closes like so, then it's going to make it really difficult. Then I feel what you need on gold is just to wait yet again, to let it create a clean move up through the choppiness, because you're looking at 15, it's going to look like a mess. The 15 looks all right. Looks a bit cleaner, to be honest. And so what I'd be looking for, all right, this is good. Bit of consolidation. Tapped into that level, bit of consolidation here. Price starts to close below it. That could be a sell option. Because you cut through some of these zones, make clean move up, consolidate, clean move back up again. That's what I'd be looking at, to be honest, for the sells. Now, as for buys, where can we pull back to? Got this 30-minute zone. We can tighten up a bit, maybe on 15, and say price pulls back to within this level here, 23.79. Then we could look for the potential buys to take it back up. I just trade at range bound at the moment until we start to break above 23.86.93. There's a lot of clean traffic at that point there, and that's it. That's honestly all I'd be considering as far as the buy options. Otherwise I'd be tempted for sell. This is good, this is better, this is what I'd rather see. A nice strong closure, and then you can look for that pullback or wick to form on new 4-hour potential buys from lower down. GJ hasn't, well, it's tapped into this level. GJ is tricky, so it's form support this level. I would now like to see closures below it. I'm not interested in buying into the 4-hour resistance. Yes, it's going to close a strong 4-hour candle, but look how many times we're rejecting this level. Look at it in the daily, just constant rejection of it. So until we see otherwise, that might mean you need to wait for a nice strong closures above it on the 4-hour. I just traded the range, and right now we're closer to the high, so I'm looking to left to see where form support near the high. Obviously we've formed it just here, so what I look for now is probably price to come down, retest it, and if it begins to break below, pop below it, that could be your sell level, your sell points. Sells below 192.439 to be exact. Otherwise, if it just melts, then I'd look for buys lower down. We are still technically in an uptrend on GJ as well, so that's why I'd be looking for the buys lower down, otherwise sells. And further sells, if it does pop up and only to reject yet again, you might get sells a bit higher up. Still could be an option. That's GJ. What have I missed? Please make your auto subtitles button on. Is it not? I thought it was. I'll have a look at it later. I'll go into... Yeah, I'll see if I can do it later. Apologies if it's not. Mindset, Evie. Hello, I made profits just now. Nice trade. Nice one. Good work. Good work. Yeah, so I think that's about a wrap, guys. I think I'm going to call it. Being a quality stream. Called some sells earlier and personally took the gold buy. Thank you for the subs. Great to see your numbers going up. I really appreciate it. And once again, I'll continue with giveaways, guys. Tony, if you're still there, I will be in touch with you shortly. Yeah, so I will continue to do giveaways, guys. The next giveaway will likely be 500 subs, and it's coming quick. It's coming really quick, so I appreciate all the support. In the meantime, guys, once again, give me a follow on all the different social media outlets. You do get, like I showed you before, chart markups on Twitter. Also, I do post educational content on TikTok, and also IG. You'll get most of the updates for streams and all that, and what's going on. If you'd like to know more about coaching services, send me an email and I'll happily get back to you, and also the course as well. Now, do trade safe if you are trading into NY, and do remember CPI to come for the Eurozone, obviously in the next 45 minutes. So if you are trading EU or any Euro pair, be wary of that. Otherwise, looks like a pretty clean day as far as news. What have we got in Forex Factory? Yeah, so obviously Bank of England, the governor speaking, which that will be, the rhetoric from that will have a massive, or should have an impact. So be careful with that. That's to come in anything for those of you over in the UK. And that's about a wrap, guys. Don't forget, if you haven't hit the like button, do so on the way out. I will be back tomorrow, 6:30 a.m. UK time. Josh, thank you for hopping on. I will chat to you. Well done today.
Always, bro.
All the best. And to everyone else, stay safe, don't do anything stupid, and I will catch you guys later. I might do the MI update, I'm not too sure. I'm quite busy this evening, But otherwise, I'll be on tomorrow for London session. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye for now.